And now back to Bobby Likis Car Clinic and your host, Bobby Likis.
888-227-2546 from Montana. Michael, welcome to Bobby Likis Car Clinic. Glad to have you in the house.
Good morning, Bobby. Thanks for being in my house, too.
Well, hey, that's kind of neat. I never really thought about that, but I'm in a lot of homes across the nation for sure, and also via our Pal Talk and iTunes podcast and PL4 Radio Network, Bronze Radio, Celicast, and podcast. We're in a lot of cell phones as well, and across the globe through Pal Talk via video. And actually, I'm sitting in front of a camera right now, so I'll wave at everyone in Pal Talk. But how may I help you, Michael?
Well, Bobby, thanks to you, I bought a 2005 Chrysler Town & Country 3.8. It's got 44,000, and when I pull the car in the garage, I can hear kind of a sound in the rear brakes. I took it to a couple different dealers, not dealerships, but mechanics.
Right.
And they both of them said I need to get some new pads and rotors. The one guy says, well, you need to replace the calipers, you need to do the whole thing. And the other shop says, well, you don't really need to do the calipers. They're probably okay, just the rotors and the pads.
Well, let me ask you a question. Has either of these shops hands-on inspected the rear pads and the rear brakes?
I've just called them on the phone.
Well, they can't possibly know that.
Mm-hmm.
They can't possibly know that.
Right.
I mean, that's like a doctor telling you over the phone because you got chest pains that you need open heart surgery.
Right.
So they cannot possibly know that. It's an 05, right?
Yeah, 2005.
2005. Why would it need calipers and rotors? And I mean, I can understand if it had how many miles on the car on the
44,000.
44,000. You know what I would suggest? This is not what I would suggest. This is what I would do. I would have a local shop perform an annual inspection. That we do more annual inspections than we've ever done in the history of the business because people are repairing and fixing their older cars rather than buying a new car, and they want to know how much and when and what it's going to take to bring it up to par, and we don't know because of the same scenario that you just said. So here's what you're to do is you're to find a service provider. And I'll give you a website that you can find one. In that way you can have your cake and eat it too here.
Okay.
And that we all love to do that. So here's what I want you to do. You can go to asashop.org. And ASA is Automotive Service Association, what the AMA, American Medical Association. So it's asashop.org for the Automotive Service Association, and put in your zip code, and you'll find a listing of local shops, and then choose 2 or 3 that's convenient to you in location, and then call and say, do you perform pre-purchase vehicle inspections? Now, understand, this is a pre-purchase is not, you really don't want to confuse them, but you want to know what their mindset is. And if so, is that a normal part of your business? And do you have a document form that has a check sheet by it? Right. And if the person says, no, we just kind of check it over, you just say thank you. You want to find a shop that uses a document that checks significantly each point of the car. We have one that is unmatchable in the industry, I think, and not because we made it, but because we created it some 20 years ago, and we continue to polish it. And we took our pre-purchase vehicle inspection, which is a bumper-to-bumper inspection, inside, over, the technicians all around the vehicle. Now, it doesn't diagnose any problems, but it gives you an overview of the current condition of your automobile, and it is the best service that we offer. We charge $90 for this service. It probably takes $125 worth of effort to do it, but we charge $90 because our customers then have the information that they can make intelligent and wise decisions on whether or not to keep that car, or how much to trade it, whether to trade it, or how to budget their time and dollars, and to stop, number one, to stop the bleeding, and then to attack other potential problems that would occur later on. So that's what you want to do. You want to find a shop that has and is familiar with a pre-purchase vehicle inspection, and then take your van in and say, I'd like a pre-purchase vehicle inspection. And I know you already own it, but yes, trust me, when a technician looks at your car, and thinks that you don't own that car, that you're thinking of buying that car, that technician will look at that vehicle and try to save you and try to figure out and find as much as he can wrong with that car, because that's the mindset. And you say, well, gosh, I don't want him to throw darts. All you want is the truth. Show me what you find on the car. And if you got a list of 4 items there, then you can discuss the next steps. You got it?
I got it.
You go do it. That'll work.
Thanks, Bobby.
You're welcome very much.